reason smart people with plenty of grit fail at trading. You know it's there. You have felt and experienced those unforgettable moments. Just about everyone who trades has had the experience of being in the zone where everything just seems to flow. And it is in these moments that you realize that, in fact, you can trade well. And that talent to trade well is in you. It feels like you have finally turned the corner and found the secret sauce. All those dreams of what trading can help you achieve seem to be within your reach. Then, in a day, a week, a month, it's gone. You're back to repeating the same old self-defeating patterns. And it's like you stumbled across this unique gift and then it got away from you, and you keep trying to get it back. Keep trying to get back into the zone, but you cannot seem to make it permanent. Now, this is the bane of nearly every trader I have worked with. So what is missing here? Traders work hard, have plenty of grit, and have a solid knowledge base. And they have reached, at least once, that rarefied zone where everything comes together. So what stands in there and your way? In this episode, I'll pull back the curtain on all that and more. My name is Ash Playstead, trading psychology master coach and active trader for the past 25 years. Thank you for joining me from wherever you are in the world, and a very warm welcome to episode 32 of the Trading Psychology and Mindset Show. It's currently 9 a.m, Wednesday the 7th of September 2022 here in Southeast Australia, early spring. And as always, I'll be diving deeper into what is needed to retrain the mind we bring to trading into the mind we need for profitable and enduring trading success. Now, I'll just bring up what we're going to be talking about today. Trading tends to attract people who are smart, ambitious, and driven to succeed. And the market lures people who want to make money and who want to beat the game. The very desire to be a trader, to take on the markets, is in many cases a statement in itself. If you want to trade, that alone signals that you think you're smart enough to win where most lose, to be right where so many are wrong, to have what it takes to make consistent profits where most only end up with losses. In other words, people who want to be traders, almost by definition, will be ambitious. They'll be hardworking types who are driven to succeed, and they'll be smart, or at least they'll perceive themselves as smart. Now, most of these attributes, smart, ambitious, driven, lots of grit, serve people well in most pursuits. And don't get me wrong, you need to be hardworking, you need to have grit, you need to be driven to succeed in trading. But trading is unlike virtually all other pursuits. Trading truly is unique. There are endless tales of smart and ambitious people who succeed in other fields but can't work out how to make money in trading. Now, one of the reasons why so many smart people fail in trading is because a single individual can have virtually zero impact on the outcome of the market. Now, this isn't the case in most other pursuits. In most things in life, an individual's actions can mean the difference between success and failure. One person building or leading a company can have a massive influence on whether the company succeeds or fails. Or consider people who do well in corporate careers. Their efforts, the hours they're willing to put in, their creativity, their grit, and their will to succeed can directly influence whether they do well or not in the corporate world. And it's the same with sports. A drive to win, a hatred of losing, the willpower and grit to do whatever it takes are what separates champions from everyone else. But with trading, no matter how hard you work or how smart you are or how much grit you have, and no matter how many hours you put in or how much analysis you do, you can still be wrong. No matter how hard you work, you still have absolutely no impact on the market. You can't influence or persuade it. Now, here's the irony. Most smart, ambitious, driven people with plenty of grit also tend to believe that their actions matter. They tend to believe that they can influence events. And again, in many cases, outside of trading, that's true, but not so with trading. Now, there are also, in many cases, though certainly not all, the types of people who believe they're smarter than other people, that they are the kind of person who can figure it out and beat the market. If they just work hard enough and put their talents to work, they can succeed where most others have failed. So by pure grit, they believe they can overcome any obstacle. They're hardworking, right? Hardworking people are always doing work. There's always something to do, some task to accomplish, some problem to tackle and solve. Now, in other words, there's always an action to take. These types of people are action takers. They thrive on this action. And impatience, this kind of impatience, actually serves people well in many pursuits. Now, they also tend to believe that they're winners. They want to win. They like to win. They identify as winners, and they usually do win. They hate to lose. And you would have, if you're not this type of person yourself, you would have met someone like this. They have a visceral hatred of losing at anything, whether it's in traffic, playing board games with their kids, business, sport, life. They hate to lose. Now, many people who have these attributes are drawn to the markets. The market attracts this type of personality. All right, let's just see where we are here with our slides. All right, we'll get to those top 5 reasons in a moment. Now, it is this same personality that leads to failure in trading, a belief that one can actually influence outcomes, a certain level of hubris and ego, and a love of winning and a hatred of losing, and a grit-based desire to take action. Those attributes served people so well in many pursuits, but are handicaps in trading. They lead to failure. Trading is truly unique. Now, many of these people fail not because they're not cut out for it, but because the personality traits that serve them so well in almost everything else in life work against them in trading. So you can see the problem here. You can see the obstacle, the brick wall. Now, psychology in trading, it's considered a bit of a cliche by a lot of people because it actually really is where everything begins. If you don't have the right beliefs about markets and trading, then no amount of market analysis, no amount of study, no amount of intelligence, and certainly no amount of grit or other taking action or work will make a difference. You're operating with a faulty belief system for the environment you're in. Success in markets starts with the proper mindset and the proper beliefs. Get that right, and everything else that follows starts to click. So for our purposes, here are some of the core beliefs that must be in place. Let's go to the slides. Number 1, anything can happen, and one doesn't need to know what happens next in order to make money. This is a fundamental belief that needs to be adopted as soon as possible in your trading, that anything can happen. You don't control the outcome, and you don't need to know what happens next in order to make money. This is really, really important, right? A lot of people come to trading believing that they can make predictions and make money from those predictions without accepting the belief that they have zero control over it and anything can happen. Number 2, no amount of market analysis. Go back. Go. No amount of market analysis, study, or willpower, or grit, shall I add, will have any result on what happens next in the market. The market does not care how hard you've worked. I'll repeat that. The market does not care how hard you've worked. So working hard might make you feel good in some ways, but the market does not care whether you've worked 24 hours a day or 24 minutes a day. Number 3, the market doesn't care. Again, the market doesn't care how smart you are. Your level of intelligence has very little correlation with trading success. And this is such a great paradox for a lot of intelligent, smart people with grit that fail at trading. They think that their level of intelligence and smarts and grit is what will drive their trading success. The opposite is true. The market does not care how smart you are. Number 4, this is a big one. Losing is a big part of the game. And in fact, the best traders, and I've been doing this for half my adult life, and I've met a lot of traders, coached a lot of traders, and certainly learnt this myself, that the best traders are often the best losers. Now, let me explain a little bit for you traders and people that don't like losing, have a hatred of losing. We're not saying here that you have to love losing. What we're saying here is you have to accept completely and implicitly losing a lot, right? As obvious as that sounds, and I've so many intelligent people that come to trading and they read this sort of stuff and they go, yeah, of course, I can accept losing. But the problem is, under the pressure of performing in the moment in trading, that gets washed away. And what comes to the surface is the underlying belief that drives their actions that says, I hate losing. I'm a winner. I identify with being a winner. So that's what ends up taking over under those pressure moments. So losing is a big part of the game. This is something I work with traders a lot to train them on how to accept losing as part of their day-to-day life. It's a big shift for a lot of people that come to trading with a winning mindset. Number 5. Now, this is another one for all you action takers. Patience is a big part of the game of trading. A lot of the time, the best action is to take no action at all. I'll repeat that. Action takers, take close note. A lot of the time, the best action in trading is to take no action at all. Now, if you come from a background where you're used to taking action, you're used to doing things, you're used to being involved, and you identify progress and outcomes with the taking of action, which is very, very central to a lot of endeavors in life. In trading, we really need to be the opposite. I've often described that this as the ambush mindset versus, or the sniper mindset versus the hunter mindset. Snipers or ambush hunters set a trap and lie in wait, and they can lie in wait patiently for a long time, waiting for their prey to enter their trap, as opposed to hunters who are constantly out chasing the prey, and they get hit and hurt and damaged and killed a lot because they're chasing prey a lot. But that's their mindset, always chasing. In trading, you must be the patient, disciplined ambush trader, and a lot of that time, that means taking no action. So these are the 5 fundamental beliefs, okay? Now, this is hard, right, for these types of people to admit, and explains why so many give up. These aren't personality traits that they have. They don't come equipped with them. They certainly don't come naturally. And so many fail to recognize that they're operating with the wrong mindset and the wrong belief system. And there's some who simply can't stand losing or being wrong. And that won't fly in trading. If you can't change that, get out of trading. But these things can be learned. They can be internalized, right? Trading success starts with your underlying beliefs. It starts with retraining for the right mindset for trading. Okay? I hope you've enjoyed this discussion. I hope you've enjoyed the slides. For you smart, hardworking people with a lot of grit, and you bring that to trading, it's very important that you separate grit, smarts, and work ethic from what actually works in trading, right? Which is patience, curiosity, discipline, vulnerability. Those things need to be trained. They're not natural attributes. Okay? Now, as always, there's a few different ways I can help you. You can come across to my YouTube channel for this episode, plus the replay of all other episodes and multiple short free training videos. That's the Trading Psychology and Mindset channel. If you search that up or search up Mindset Reflexology, it will take you to that channel. You can come and subscribe to my newsletter on LinkedIn, which is about to be launched, where I discuss in greater detail this and much more. So if we're not first level connections on LinkedIn, jump over to LinkedIn, connect with me, follow me, and when I launch my newsletter, you'll be the first one to know about it. Visit my website, mindsetfitmethod.com. You can watch more detailed training masterclasses there that go into a lot of detail. Or if you feel like you'd like some advice or help now, then book a one-on-one discovery call with me, a chat via a DM. These are the two best ways. Just DM me on LinkedIn, a direct message. I'll always respond. Or just go to my diary via the website. Okay, I love helping traders and seeing traders win. That is what drives me, as well as my own trading. So wherever you may be in the world, I thank you for joining me in this episode. I wish you a week ahead of mindful trading. I'll see you the same time, the same day next week for another episode of the Trading Psychology and Mindset Show.